Gentlemen, welcome back to the mess! The really big mess, which is my desk. Oh, and on my desk we have the mini quadcopter. Oh, I screwed up yesterday's video. I was explaining everything about this mini quad, and then somebody mentioning no names, Matt, left the old camera in time-lapse mode. Oops-a-daisy. By the way, this is my mini quad. We will get to the mail in a moment. Give you a heads up. We have a big box, and I have no idea what's in it. So we'll find out what's in that one in a second. But coming back to the mini quad, this is the mini quadcopter which I made. It is very cool. In fact, let me just go and bring this up to the camera so you can see her a little bit better. So you'll see that I've got the FPV camera on the front. Let's grab that there so you can see I've got the little, I don't even know what it is. I think it's an e-sheen somewhere or other. Little FPV camera on the front, which works absolutely brilliant. It runs off 1S. I'm not too sure of when it runs 2S, but hey ho, we'll see if it cooks it or not. The frame I printed on the 3D printer, the same as this top piece and the bottom piece. And then underneath we've got the D4R2 receiver, and I've got some extension blocks on the bottom so it lands nicely and stays relatively stable. And this whole thing is just held in with an elastic band. The flight control board I covered in a previous day's mail. It was the micro 32 bits F3 brush flight control board based upon the SP Racing F3. I did say in the video, which you didn't see, that board cost me 20 quid. Actually, it's only 12 quid. So the whole build would have come in around about 50 quid. Okay, using the components which I've got. Now, that does beg the question, why would you want to build one of these yourself using 3D printed parts, etc, etc? And the honest answer is that the print did actually come out really, really well off the 3D printer. I don't know if you've ever seen a 3D printed product, but you get loads of little hairs going around, so you do have to spend a good 10 minutes just scraping those off. Also, when I was boring out the holes for the motors, because they weren't really a perfect fit, I obviously left the drill in there, so I just got the D-bolt out with a nice big drill bit in and cleaned the holes out, so they were a really nice fit for the motors. But I don't know if you can see that, but that motor is on the skew, but not as much. Oh geez, look how much of a skew that motor is on. I hope you can see that on there. Really on a bad, well, it's basically on the piss. What now happens after a good couple of flights, because I flew it in the office, flew absolutely brilliantly, I had really good fun, but then I decided that I was going to bore out the holes a bit more, and then this arm's all buckled where I took the motors out and rebored the holes. Not the best idea, so that's a bit of a fail. But we do have a proper carbon fibre quadcopter frame on the way to me. Fingers crossed it will be with me later today with a normal mail. The other box which I got came via courier, so hence a separate video, and plus it was a bank holiday here in the UK, so I am a day down, so I am cheating and doing 2 mail videos in one day. So what flight time I did have with this, it was absolutely amazing. Even with a 1S battery, there was tons and tons of thrust in these motors. Very, very, very cool, and I can't wait for a proper frame to arrive with me so we can take it out for a damn good ragging. Now, quadcopter aside, so go over there, little baby quad. Let's clear some room out, because this one is a biggie, and I frankly have no idea what's in this box at all. So it's a big box. So I'm going to open this up off camera, so apologies if you can't see me just opening up a bit of tape, but I will empty the contents out onto the desk for us. And they really have glued this one up well, and there's no hint at all who this is from. So I genuinely do not know what's in this box, and like I said, it's a biggie. It's about 2.5 foot long, something like that. Just getting her open for you. Oh, still no idea what's in it. Right. Are we ready? Are we steady? This is the unboxing of... I have no idea what it's going to be. And battery's charged. What the goodies we got in here? Right. Oh, lots of stuff come out. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. Oh, won't be using those. Oh, we got screws and bits of rod everywhere. Oh, look at that! It's so cute! Oh, mint! Do you know what it is yet? If you do, hit pause, let me know in the comments. But I know what it is, and this is so diddy. This is going to be cool. Right, we got some stickers. Mini Skywalker. How cool's that? And I probably won't be using those. It is tiny. Look at the wingspan on that. Wow. Okay, let me go and get my tape measure so I can share with you some rough dimensions, because it is a little bit misleading on the camera, because the camera does distort the screen. So this is the Mini Skywalker. You may remember this one from a video a couple of days ago where I was comparing HobbyKing and Banggood. If you didn't see that video, up in the top right hand corner there's a little link there. Open that one up and you'll find me discussing this. So how big's the wingspan? For all intents and purposes, 33 inches. And in new money, 33 inches is about 84 centimetres. Let's have a look at the wings. Right. Nice moulding on there. I hope you can see that in the light. Oh, bollocks. We got a bit of unexpected damage in the bottom right hand corner. I'm not impressed with that. The box, to be honest, it's well packaged. It's just bloody couriers have been and smashed it up on the way through. I'm not going to say anymore because I'll end up having to put censor marks on the video. So what's going on here? You've got little bits of... Oh, that's always a good sign, isn't it? There is a carbon fibre strip, which is either glass fibre or carbon. And again, I won't know if... You can find out whether you're dealing with glass fibre or carbon fibre, because if you stick a multimeter on it... In fact, heck, why don't I just show you? It's much easier. So if you're unsure whether you've been and received glass fibre or carbon fibre, is that if you've got a multimeter, you can jab it with the multimeter and the resistance setting for ohms. It's to set ohms. Just turn that round to ohms, and I've got no idea if you're going to see that. So right now it's showing as OL. So let me put that on the screen so you stand a chance of seeing it. And if I join the connectors together, it says 0 ohms. So if I jab that and that, hey, it is carbon fibre. That is carbon fibre, whereas, what about this piece here? It sounds like, these sound like carbon fibre. Yeah, it is carbon fibre, which we get with the kit. Oh, okay. Happy days. That means they haven't skimped out on the parts which go in there. Brilliant. Let's get my chair back. Right. What else have we got? Oh. I need to look for another one of those. It's obviously on my desk, and unboxing the Mini Skywalker was on my desk was probably not the best idea. We also got a magnet and a couple of screws. I'm guessing that's for the lid. We've got some little servo horns, and I will not be using these. I do not like servo horns, which the horns which do not have the extra bit of plastic on top. So, frankly, I am going to file these immediately in the filing cabinet underneath my desk. We've got some glue, but it's the really stinky stuff. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's good stuff. What else have we got in there? So, the wings, happy days on the piece being carbon fibre. I'm also super glad that they did include that as well, and are going to brace the wings, because they do have quite a bit of flex in them without it. And saying that, I might even stick a second piece in there. It's curious, by the way. I've not opened this box. So it's really curious that we have a servo hole here, a servo hole here, and then one in the middle. What's that for? I don't know yet. I haven't seen a manual yet, so I'm going to have to go on the old Googler and see what's going on. So, yeah, how curious. Very curious. I don't know what the layout that's going to be. So, let me put these bits back in the box here in the background, so they all stay together. We've also got a Y lead. by the looks of it. So that'll be for our ailerons. We've got 2 little carbon fibre tubes, which I don't know what for. We've got glue and the bits. We stick those in the box. Because you've seen the mess of my desk, and we'll end up losing parts. And I think I've already lost one of these little push rods as well. Let's have a look. Oh, what else we got here? Oh, we got some elastic bands. Happy days. They're going to come in useful. We will need those to put the wings on. Oh, and that's what must be the little rod. Oh, apologies, I hit the camera. That's what must be for the little shorter carbon rods, so they must be elastic band holders. We've got a little wooden piece here as well, which I've got no idea what that's for. And let's open up the fuselage. Oh, I thought that was a dent then, but it's not. Happy days. Oh, there's some more of those crappy little thingies in here as well. Right. This is really diddy. Stick that in the filing cabinet. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. More of those horns. Getting straight in the bin. Definitely won't be using those. And let's start with the tail. No apparent cross brace on the tail. A decent moulding. It's not been very well trimmed, so I'm looking for something to show you with. I don't know if you can see that upper edge just there all the way along that. I am going to run a craft knife all the way along there. Let's just see how she copes with the first bending. Yeah, that's going to need a bit of work. And by the way, this is what you should be doing with your models when you first get them, is just tease them slowly. It's like foam board. If you've ever built a foam board model, when it comes to EPO ones, is that you just tease them on the desk and let them crease where they want to crease. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to do that off camera. Also, I never trust EPO foam hinges. I will run some Blendum tape along those edges. Very, very handy stuff. And it's quite strong. It just feels a bit thin. So to be honest, that's going to end up with a carbon rod all the way across. And if we look here closely, can you see? Look, they've left space for a tiny little tiny little rod to go all the way along that tail. So yeah, that's curious. And again, I'm just looking around my desk. Oh, look, there it is. There's the other one. Happy days. There's the other push rod. Time to have a look at the fuse. Wow. Not glued together, so we'll definitely need some glue there. But that's the fuselage. Isn't it a little baby? A little cutie, in fact. Where's the old tape measure? Roughly, we're talking about 22 inches long for the fuselage, which in new money is about 56 centimeters long. So it is a baby little model. It's not like the mini Talon. That was a marketing BS, because it ain't mini by any means. I don't know how big the main Talon is, but geez, that mini Talon is a monster. And if I'm frankly honest, but ugly as well. But you'll find out about that one in a later video, which I may or may have not published just yet. And I've lost my knife. There you go. It's probably one of the reasons why I should tidy up this desk. So anyway, let's get in here. Ah, there we go. Happy days. Oh. And then there's more. There's more. Brilliant. Oh. Oh. Carbon rod. Can you hear that? You can also tell carbon fibre because it has like a much higher pitch sound to it. And I bet that sounded fantastic on the microphone. So apologies for making a racket in your office or wherever you're watching this video too. And yeah, there's the fuselage. She cracks open. So I'm assuming that we're going to have to put that rod all the way down there because, whoa, that... Yeah, there's the reason why we've got a carbon rod in it. It's flimsy as you like because it is a tiny little baby model. Happy days. Oh, that must be... I think it is. Let me just put this back together-ish. That's close enough for now. I do believe that that's the motor mount. However, which way that goes round, I have no idea because we don't have a manual in the box. So yeah, it will be definitely going on the old Googler. Also, one of the other considerations which I had was that I was thinking about putting a flight control board in here. So let me have a look around my desk. That one's... there we go. There's a NASA 32 board. I was kind of hoping to get that sat down there normally inside, but I don't think that's going to be a reality. It's just not... Yeah, that just won't fit in there. I think you can see that on the camera. It's going to be too big. And how big is the gap? Get the old tape measure out. I haven't seen the ruler since yesterday. So at its widest point, we are only talking about ½ an inch, so or 1.5 centimeters. So yeah, we're not going to get a NASA 32 board in there flat. Instead, what I'm going to have to do is mount it up there on the side like that. So you can see that if you imagine that being inside, we'll have the NASA 32 in there, and I'll have to tweak the settings in either clean flight or whichever. Probably, to be honest, it'll be Patrick E's base flight aeroplane, because that worked absolutely brilliantly. So we'll get that in there, and actually I will put it in that way round, like so. And the reason why I'm going to put it in that way round is because it will be a movement that way, which should be just 90 degrees in the settings for roll for the board orientation, and also it means that we've got the USB socket available at the top as well. So that will make updating and tweaking any settings on the flight line or back here on the desk a lot blooming easier. Now, as far as batteries go, I was hoping to get a 1.3 3S battery in here. And here we have a look in the old toolbox. Where's the batteries? Typical, you can find the smaller ones, not the bigger ones. So I've got two size batteries here. So this is what I would class as a standard size 1.3S. So that is actually a Turnigy A-spec battery. And will that fit in there? Battery's charged. Just about. That will just fit in there. Let me just try turning her around. I might have to carve this out a bit. Let's get that lead up in there. Cool, if it's a faff now when there's nothing in it. Imagine when you've got a receiver, a video transmitter in there as well. Come on, girl. Get in there. And other parts in here. So space is going to be an issue. Yeah, it will just about fit. I may need to carve the nose out a touch. I think that's their attempt at air holes, which are not really holes, so I'm going to have to carve those out. So yeah, I know it's a cheapo model, but we're definitely going to have to do some finishing work to her. And I also have a Nanotech 1.5 3S battery. That may be a better choice for this model because it's thinner and it also has more capacity as well. So let me just see if I can plonk that one in there. Let me turn it around the other way around. There we go. Yeah, that will fit in there. Absolutely lovely. The wrong way up for me. Normally I put my batteries in that way round, but yeah, we don't have a chance now of getting that in there. But let's go and quickly assemble her up. The tail... Oh, hello. The tail fin goes on the top. So this will be my first model airplane who has a top mounted fin. And where's the wings? I think I put them in the box for safekeeping. Yeah, a bit annoyed about that wingtip. That was really annoying. And geez, it's that small. She fits on my desk. Happy days. Happy days. So this is my mini Skywalker. I bought this off Banggood. Even though I knew that it was going to take a couple of days longer than HobbyKing, the irony is that it only took 4 days to get here. Happy days. And no import fees either. They did open up the customs documents and they've been in there and the bag had been opened, but no import tax on it. And happy days. I can't wait to get this one in the air. This is going to be so cool. So I think I'll be using... Yeah, that's the Afro Flight one, and yeah, it's only a 6 DOF board, so yeah, I'll be using that one. I know this one works because I've been using this one as a camera gimbal, so saying that, I did smash up the camera gimbal a while back, but that's the one which I was using. And we'll probably have the NAS A32 that way round. We'll have the receiver in here. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do on the front for when it comes to FPV, because one thing which I have learnt is that having part of the nose in the picture when flying FPV really does help. So rather than having the camera right here on the nose, it'll probably be back up here a little bit more, and the actual position of the video transmitter is going to be awkward because it is a pusher model here, so that's where the motor is supposed to go. Oh, hang on. Oh, that now makes sense. Yeah, that's where the little motor mount goes on there. So I'll probably just use a little Quadcopter racing motor, which I've got here, 2300 kV, 2 to 4S, one of these little DYS ones. And yeah, with the motor being there, we really want the FPV equipment as far as away from that noise device, again with the ESCs in there as well. Yeah, I need to think about that, so I will be getting on the old Googler and seeing what's out there and what other people have done, because I don't like the idea of the video transmitter. And do I have one kicking around my desk? I do. Here's a video transmitter. I don't like the idea of putting it right next to the motor. That's obviously going to cause us issues with the distance which we can travel with her. And yeah, if I could get it over here on the nose somewhere, or maybe mount this up in the wing somehow, obviously trying to keep the balance out because that's not light by any means. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. So anyway, that's my mini Skywalker. I am super impressed with this. It is absolutely diddy. It's smaller than what I was expecting, which, by the way, is a good thing because smaller models mean that we can buy more of them and not get told off by our wives. Happy days. So with that said, like I said, the link to this one is in the video description. I did buy this out of my own pocket. Like many of the other, well, in fact, all the models which are here, I've bought them all. So I can't wait to get this one in the air. I am going to have to do some work with this one, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this wingtip. That really did annoy me, because it does look a bit, yeah, it's cracked underneath. So I'm going to need to get some glue in that and give this one some love already out of the box. But we're going to get her in the air and rag the nuts off it, as I'm sure you would expect nothing less. So with that said, for myself, Matt, thank you ever so much for watching this video. I will get this one built as soon as I can and take it out for a damn good ragging. So if you have any questions about the mini Skywalker, please let me know in the comments section underneath this video. And any tips, by the way, they would be thoroughly appreciated, because I've never built one of these before. So if you've been and owned a mini Skywalker, please let me know any tips which you have in the description underneath this video. I would really appreciate them. So with that said, from myself, Matt, cheerios!